Hi guys, and welcome to this new game where I'm playing Renekton vs Teemo. Now the idea behind this video is because most of the time, when you play top, you can be against other Bruisers tanks or, Bruisers champion like Trindamere or Nazi, something like that. But sometimes you can also be against poke champions like Teemo, Vayne, Queen. And when it's the case and you're a Bruiser, it's oh my gosh, how am I gonna deal with this? Because they can poke me more than I can, and effectively it's a huge problem. Now the idea here is to show you how I deal with that kind of champions and how I can protect myself while I can apply the combo and win decently my line and be useful on the late game, while at the very basis I've been countered by the pick. I've been counter pick. So in this game you can see I'm playing versus Teemo, and I think everyone can agree that Teemo is almost the incarnation of what could be the most annoying champion that you can play against. Alright, this guy have poison. He can very easily poison you with his mushrooms, with his passive. It can prevent you from attacking, doing your basic attacks. So it's really annoying. So the idea here, as you can see, is for me to try to find ways to jump on him, apply my combo, and GTFO without taking too much pressure, too much damage. And if I can do that on a regular basis, I will be fine. Alright. Now, the strength of Renekton compared to Teemo or most of the poke quote-unquote champions is that Renekton is very strong early game. So you can use that advantage to try to survive in your lane, or maybe even apply pressure to your opponents in the lane. So as you can see, in this particular case, I have been attacked or ganked by Elise. But even if I've been ganked by Elise and been poked by Teemo, I managed to get out of there, go back to my tower, protect, temporize, and at the end, Elise have wasted time. She went top, she didn't have a kill, Teemo didn't have a kill, no assist. And and for Elise it was time wasted, and I stayed in my lane. I didn't even have the TP. Okay, so be very careful when it's the case. Always put a ward to see the enemy coming, and it will help you with, it will do wonders for you in lane. Sorry. So here you can see like I was waiting for my combo, for my entire combo to go back. And then when everything was reset, I just jumped on him. I used the slice and dice. So I just used the slice first. I used the W to stun him. I used the curl the mic, and after I used the dice to get out of there. Alright. Most of the time that is what I do. Or what I do is that I jump on him. And after if I want to do maximum damage and I'm almost sure to kill him, I jump on him with slice and dice. I use the combo like the W and the Q to do damage. And just after, I use the dice section and I use my ultimate to try to finish him. Alright, but it really depends on how I engage. But as you can see, I'm in control of the line now. Alright, I've been ganked by Elise. I didn't have any gank by my jungler, but either way, Teemo is low, I'm high. The line is pushed towards his tower, so I'm denying a little bit of CS, and yeah, I'm doing pretty well on the line. I'm a 40 CS. I had 1 assist, so I'm pretty good. Now, there is something that you need to be careful, is that most of the time Bruisers, and in particularly Renekton, fall in the late game. So you really need to press the advantage that you have in the early game to try to build your core R teams, what you're going to need, and to be useful in the game. So that's why I try to go on Teemo. I'm pretty aggressive. I jump on him. I wait for my cooldowns to come back. And what I really like to do with Renekton is, you know, just like there, I build my rage. This is a fuck up. I thought that I got him. It was very low, but it just flashed out. But it's fine. It's fine, you know. I trade a ultimate for a flash out any day. It's fine. It's a good trade. So what I was going to say is that what I try to do is that I don't use my abilities as much as possible. I just hit the minions so I can build up my rage, and when all my cooldowns are reset, I think I kill him, yes, and when all my cooldowns are reset, we're gonna do even more damage, because when you have 100 rage, then you can do 2 abilities at you know, with 50 rage, and you do even more damage. So that's how you can you know, have the advantage. You really need to know the mechanics of your champions and try to use it at the best advantage. Alright, and in this particular case I was pretty lucky, because the guy was playing Teemo because he was saying, oh yeah, you know, he's playing Renekton, so I'm gonna take Teemo and I'm gonna counter him so bad, I'm gonna win the lane, da da da. But the fact is, I knew Renekton more than he knew Teemo, and I used that as my advantage. Alright, so as you can see, up every time that he was getting near and I had my cooldowns, I was using my combo, Slash and Dice, the Q to stun, the Cure de Mic, and GTA 4. Here it was a pretty bad situation for me. You know, I used my combo on Teemo and I didn't have any escape, and just at that moment it showed up. But either way, I was able to temporize and go back, and I knew at this time that Teemo stayed, and it was a mistake. So I used Elise and the creep to jump on Teemo and do my combo and kill him. And I knew also, because I think Xing Zhao pinged, but he was going top. So I said, okay, time to go. I jumped on him and kill him. We got 1 kill on Teemo, and and after Xing Zhao got 1 kill on Elise, and there we grabbed 1 kill on Tristana. Alright? So that's pretty good. But now we're gonna get wrecked by Annie because, you know, Teamers. Teamers! Yeah! Yeah. But I think you get the idea here. The idea is, try to understand your champion as much as you can and use all his mechanics as much as you can against your opponent. And if you are lucky and you are playing against a guy that doesn't really master his champion very well, then you can still be useful in your lane. You can still win your lane and be good in the game. Now, it's true that if you're playing with a guy that is equally skilled than you, then you're going to be in trouble, because the guy is not going to play very badly, he's not going to do that amount of mistakes, and then you're going to be in trouble. Alright? Because let's be real here. I mean, if you take Teemo, a good Teemo player versus a good Renekton player, the Teemo player will have the upper hand, because the Teemo's kit, it counter a little bit Renekton, you know, and Renekton is not the worst, you know. Renekton can jump, so he have a dash, he have a stun, he have a regeneration, he have a ultimate that gives him hit points and AoE damage, so it's not bad, you know. But if you take, for example, Nasus versus Teemo, my gosh, like that's counter Nasus so hard, like so painful. Alright, but the idea of this video is once again to try to show the fact that nothing is really done. Alright, if you're playing Renekton or a Bruiser top lane and you are going against for example a Poky champion like Teemo, Vayne, Queen, and all that stuff, you can still try to manage at least to get even, or maybe deny some creeps, or maybe CS under the tower, and be useful. Alright, another thing that I like to do in those particular cases is, if I know that I'm gonna fall behind, if I know that the guy is good and I cannot capitalize on his mistakes, what I like to do is I play 100% safe. What I mean by that is that I buy, for example, only tanky items, I stay under the tower, I try to CS as much as I can under the tower, and like that, it doesn't matter if for example I fall a little bit behind, because I'm not supposed to do damage. So I don't really need very expensive items. I really need, you know, core tanky items, and after, when I have those items, I can still be useful to my team, bring some CC, bring survivability, peel the damage, protect my ADC, and yeah. So it's not perfect. The idea is try to limit, you know, the enemy's CS as much as possible, and protect your tower. And after being ready in team fight, it be a tank in the team fight. So, and here you can see the only damage item that I went, it was Ravenous Hydra. But after that, you know, like I went Spiritual Visage because I knew that Annie was going to be a problem in the enemy team. So I went Magic Resistance. And also I went Mercury trades in order to limit the CC and increase my tenacity. So at this point, you know, I'm 659, which is not bad. I'm 200 CS against a Teemo, and we are definitively winning the game. So of course I'm not carrying the game, but at the end of the day, when you play a character like Renekton, like you know, tanky champions top, Shane or things like that, you're not necessarily going to be the guy that's going to carry the game. It's not your role. Your role is to be able to tank the damage and to peel for your team. So I hope that this video is useful. If you want to see some more, don't forget to give a like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next video. Peace.